the Most High. The Most High allowed it, the wicked, to put his rod upon us and to punish us. Understand? Go ahead.
Verse 4. Do good, O Yahweh, unto those that be good.
See, do good, O Most High, to those that are good. Continue.
And to them that are upright in their hearts.
And to those that are upright in their hearts. You have to have an upright heart when you serve in the Most High, when you turn to the Most High. There's more on that? Go ahead.
As for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, Yahweh shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity, but peace shall be upon Israel.
Right, but peace shall be upon Israel. Shalom al Yashra'al. Peace shall be upon Israel. All right? And the peace of the Most High have for us is a great peace in the end for us, man. Though we have bickerings and fighting amongst us, brothers share words and abusive and disrespectful, but in the end, brothers, hold fast to receive your crown, because in the kingdom, the Most High, Yahweh is going to be the judge to give us that reward. Not no man. Man could talk all the ish he wants, but it's the Most High going to give the reward and the crown in the end. And you, every man, is working for that penny. Okay? But you talk about I'm greater than you, I'm better than you. Every man's going to receive his reward and his penny in the kingdom. All of us is working for that penny.
That's right.
Okay? So continue to maintain and hold fast, brothers. All right? Because the fight is real. Okay? And it's going to get real heated very soon. And your trust in the Most High is going to be your key to your salvation and deliverance out of this hellhole.
That's right.
Remember that. Okay? Because the Most High is our only defense when everything goes south. When all hell goes down and break loose, the Most High is our refuge in the time of trouble. All right? So we're going to start our class. And all right? And Most High bring destruction upon this kingdom, man. Bring it swiftly, man. Okay? And bring the wicked down. Bring the wicked and their secret councils and all their initial plans that they have, their agendas, destroy it. And that's what we're going to ask the Most High to do. All right? Because we see now they're coming out with something now called Omicron. Ain't that a BITCH? Huh? Ain't that something? Okay? That was a cartoon. That was a cartoon. Welcome to the planet of Omicron. This was a cartoon. Then it was a movie in 1963. Okay? And that word is the 15th letter of the Greek alphabet. Okay? In the Greek meaning, it means literally small, a small, minute. So what they're telling you, this virus or this variant is a small mutation. Okay? And these devils' agenda is so damn blatant. It's right in your face all the time. And that's what they do. What they're just rehashing something that was always there. But they're telling you all the time in their cartoons and their entertainment and their movies, but we never seem to pick up on it. Then when it comes up, like, damn, look at that. Isn't that a blip? Some is, oh, that's a coincidence. Bro, that's conspiracy. No, it's not. Everything they do is a purpose and it's for a reason. It's an agenda. You guys have to remember, these people are working for their father, Satan. That's right. And their whole agenda is destruction against the righteous. Okay. Let's go to the book of Luke, the 8th chapter. Luke 8 and 16. We're going to start off our class first in the New Testament. All right, because Yahweh is the New Testament. All right, he brought forth the New Testament when he shed his blood. Luke, the 8th chapter. We're going to start from the 16th verse.
Luke chapter 8 and verse 16. No man, when he hath lighted a candle, covereth it with a vessel.
Right. So when you light a candle or you have a lamp or anything that gives light to a room, you don't put it under a bed or hide it somewhere. You put it up where it can be seen to give off that light. If you're in darkness in the house and you want to see, you're going to put that light up where you can see. You have a flashlight or a lantern, you're going to put it where it could give you light so you can see what's going on in your house in that darkness. Go ahead.
Or putteth it under a bed.
Right. You don't put it under the bed. Go ahead.
but setteth it on a candlestick.
But you put it on a candle. You put it up on like a pedestal so it could be give that light to the room. All right. So that's the same way that our wisdom and knowledge of the Most High has given us has to be the same way. You can't hide your wisdom and knowledge of the Most High gave you. You have to put it out there. Whatever you know, put out there. Okay, go ahead.
That they which enter in may see the light.
That they that enter in may see the light. And that's what you want people to see, the light that's in you. All right, continue.
For nothing is secret.
For nothing is secret. Go ahead.
That shall not be made manifest.
That shall not be made manifest. Everything that these devils had in secret is going to be made manifest in these last days. Why? Because the Most High is going to force them to reveal it, and their own people is going to reveal the dirt that they had been hid for centuries. Their own people is going to expose them, and that's the best part of it. And that's what causes a kingdom to fall. When a kingdom is divided against its own people, that is what brings that kingdom down. Just like we had the same problem with us. When we were divided, it created an eternal split amongst us. So this kingdom is divided against itself. And it goes under whether you're Republicans, Democrats, liberal, or conservative. They're fighting a war amongst themselves. Okay? And that war is never going to end because they're never going to agree on nothing. But it's only one thing they will agree upon: to destroy us. That they will agree upon. Okay? But everything else is a conflict. The politics, the economics, the way of thinking, the value of life is different. But when it comes to us, it's one agenda. One particular agenda. Now, you might have some that say, wait a minute. You just can't totally destroy the Negroes. You're going to have someone that's going to fight for us. That's going to speak against the injustice. But in the overall, they don't give two damn pennies about us. Okay? Continue.
For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad.
Right. So it's going to come abroad. It's going to be exposed. It's going to come out. Okay? The Most High is going to bring it out. Nothing stays secret forever. But guess what? That goes for us too. If we're doing evil or wicked, the Most High is going to expose that too. So we have to look at it in both ways too. The Most High exposes the wicked, and he also exposes us if we're doing wicked. The Most High would expose us. Okay, the Most High will bring out your dirt. So we have to walk circumspectly. We have to check ourselves. Remember, Ice Cube said, better check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's what the Most High is telling us too. We have to walk circumspectly. Okay. We're going to lose that and go to Colossians, the 3rd chapter, real quick. I want to show you something too. Colossians, and we're going to move around. Colossians, the 3rd chapter. Because in this walk, we have to be circumspect in the things that we do. All right. Colossians 3, and let's start here from let's start from the first verse, Corinthians 3 and 1.
Colossians chapter 3 and verse 1. If ye then be risen with a Mashiach, seek those things which are above.
See, if ye then be risen with Mashiach, seek those things which are above. Go ahead.
Where Mashiach sitteth on the right hand of Yahweh.
So Yahweh Shai, how Mashiach is sitting on the right hand side of the Most High in his kingdom right now. Okay, he inherited and he earned that right. He became the heirs to sit on the Most High right hand. Continue.
Set your affection on things above, not on things on earth. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with the Mashiach in Yahweh. When the Mashiach, who is your life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory.
All right, go ahead.
Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth.
So mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. Okay, to mortify means to strengthen your members. Okay, go ahead.
Fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry.
Go ahead.
For which things sake the wrath of Yahweh cometh on the children of disobedience.
Go ahead.
In which ye also walked sometime.
See, in which ye also walked sometime. That's how we used to be before we came into this knowledge. We were gremlins, what you call niggas. I like that word because that word fits our people, niggas. Okay? Until you come out from that nigger state mentality, then you're still a nigger. When you come out from that, then you become a prince of the Most High. You become an Israelite. Yashar Allah, prince of the power. Continue.
In which ye also walked some time when ye lived in them.
Mm-hmm.
But now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath.
Right, unnecessary anger. Because there's nothing wrong in getting angry. Unnecessary anger. Because you're going to get angry. You're supposed to get angry. But it says, be angry, but sin not. Don't let the sun go down on your wrath. Okay? It's a natural thing to get angry. Yahushua got angry. You think when he went into the temple and he saw Negroes in the temple just doing what the hell they want to do? He got angry. Man, he was kicking and whipping Negroes in there, man. Okay? Yahushua was doing roundhouse, probably front snap kick. Whipping. What the heck you Negroes doing, man? Okay? When he went in the temple, I saw him just profane the temple, man. He got mad, kicked the chairs and table down, and he was whipping Negroes, man. Okay? So he got angry, but it was for a reason. Okay? Go ahead.
Wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth.
Filthy communication out of your mouth. Okay? Filthy communication goes in every ways too. Corrupting the Most High word and speaking unnecessary words that's not needed sometimes. Okay? A lot of people say, oh, using the word F-U-C-K and stuff is not what they say filthy communication. But if it's not, then why do you say, oh, excuse my language afterward? If it's not. When you go to your job, do you tell your manager, F you, man, F you? Do you say that? No, you're going with a certain type of report and language to your superiors in your job. You don't go into filthy communication. All right. So let's not try to play mind games with the scriptures. People like to do that. Oh, that doesn't mean that. It just means F you under the consent of the king. Well, if you go to a judge before a judge, you gonna tell the judge that? No, if you judge will say, you know what? Take this man out of the court and give him 3 months in jail or give him $1,000 fine. So you curb your language at certain things. Everybody like to play word games and say you could use the word you want to use. No, if it's in English, so why are you using it? If according to their standard of what the terminology means, it's a filthy communication, why do you use it? You understand? And you use it to teach the Most High word. You understand? So brothers got to stop playing these games sometimes. They tell you, oh, it doesn't mean that because it's English. Okay? But then at the same token, you say, oh, excuse my French. I didn't mean it like that. So then why are you saying that then? So we have to use, it has to be what you call a balance to everything that we do, man. Okay? Continue.
Verse 9. Lie not to one another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds.
See that we have put off the old man with his deeds. The old man. That old man is that who? That nigger. That's that nigger. The old grimy hyena nigger. That nigger is a real grimy hyena. You ever see a hyena? That's a nigger in the flesh indeed, boy. A low life. God. And niggas act like hyenas, man. Okay? And their lowest state. I was in that state too, a low life nigger too. Until the Most High put me into this truth. But it was good to learn those ways. You understand? Because you can reflect back and say, wow, damn, look at my change now. I'm a different person. And that's what the Most High want. The Most High want the best from us. The Most High says he's going to refine us as gold is refined in a furnace. So when you put gold in a furnace, what you do? You take off all the impurities. So that's what the Most High wants. You want to take off all that wicked old nature from us and bring us into that upright man.
And Ben, if you overcome that, then you have experience and you can teach the next person.
That's it.
That was just like you.
And that's it. And that's the beautiful thing. Because who more could teach a person that was a drug addict than a person that was a drug addict? I can't teach a drug addict. I've never been a drug addict. All praise to the Most High. But he could teach the next drug addict. You understand? I was never an alcoholic. All praise to the Most High. You understand? So if he was a thief, a robber, a shyster, and you change your ways, you could tell a person and say, listen, man, brother, I know all the crap. You don't come with that foolishness, brother. I've been there. I done that. You could correct him and show him now. Listen, if I did it, you could do it now. And that's what the Most High wants from us, to become that good and faithful servant. Because Yahushua is going to tell us in the end, come, my good and faithful servant. That's what we want in the end, to receive that crown. Continue.
Verse 10. And I put on the new man.
See, and I put on the new man. See, that new man, not the Negro. Go ahead.
Which is renewed in knowledge.
See that? Which is renewed in knowledge. Renewed in knowledge. The knowledge of what? The knowledge of the Most High. Continue.
After the image of him that created him.
See, after the image of him that created him. Who was that image? Yahushua. He's our role model. He's the one we're supposed to look to follow. And guess what? The things that Yahushua did, we could do them. It's just a matter of what? Changing your mind pattern. Yahushua said, greater things than what he did shall we do. The things that Yahushua did, we could do them too. But we might say, nah, brother, I can't be like Yahushua. Why not? It's not hard. We have to strive for it. Because Yahushua said we're going to do greater things than he did. He said it in the scriptures. I think it's in what is it? I think it's in John 14 and 12, I think. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yahushua said, great things that I did, you shall do. I'll hold this and come back to it real quick. Let me show you.
Yep.
It's in John 14 and 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Read that, Yeshaya.
John chapter 14 and verse 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you.
So Yahushua said, verily, verily, I say unto you. You know what verily, verily mean? Listen what I'm saying. Truly, truly. Listen what I'm saying. I'm telling you. Go ahead.
He that believeth on me.
He that believeth on me. Go ahead.
The works that I shall do.
The works that I shall do.
He do also.
Go ahead.
And greater works than these shall he do.
See? And greater works than these shall he do. Go ahead.
Because I go unto my Father.
Because he goes unto his Father. So we're going to do just as great as Yahushua did. There's more to it? Okay. Now go back to Colossians. All right? So don't think that you can be like Yahushua. You can mimic Yahushua because he's our role model. Okay? Yes, you can follow your leaders and look up to your leaders. Okay? But your leaders must have good works and good patterns to follow. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 10. And I put on a new man, which is renewed in the knowledge after the image of him that created him. Mm-hmm. Where there is neither Greek nor Jew.
See, now this is everybody say, okay, see, now that's referring to everybody. No, it's not. This Jew or Greek is referring to Israelites that knew they were Israelites keeping the custom, and the Greek represents those that were into Hellenism that was keeping the Hellenistic custom and way of life. That's what it's referring to when it says Jew or Greek. Continue.
Circumcision nor uncircumcision, barbarian, Scythian, bond nor free, but Mashiach is all and in all.
All right. So that's it. So we're going to go back now from there. So I'm just trying to show you that our mission is to strive to be a faithful servant, faithful to the Most High, and to receive that crown and reward when Yahushua return. That's what you want. You don't want when Yahushua come back and you come up to get your reward and he look at you and say, sorry, depart from me, ye that work in iniquity. You don't want that in the end. That's the worst thing you could ever receive from your king.
That's right.
When it's time to get a reward. You ever notice when, back in medieval time, when a king would make somebody a lord or a prince, and he said, come forward. And he pulled out the sword and knight him, said, you become knight. And he gets it with reward and glory. And he takes that honor from the king. That's the same way we want to receive that glory and honor when Yahushua give us that crown of righteousness. Okay? Remember that. Strive for the mastery, like Paul said, to receive that crown of righteousness in the end. Because Paul said it. Let's go to that again. Read that too. Let's go to. That's why I'm a favorite scripture to in Timothy. Let's go to 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter. 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter, and we're gonna begin here from start from the 6th verse.
2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 6. For I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand.
Right. So now Paul knew that his time was up. He finished his job. You know he's going to depart from this world and go back to the Most High. Continue.
I have fought a good fight.
See what Paul said? I have fought a good fight. And nobody fought a better fight than Paul. Understand? Paul fought with Israelites, Pharisees, Sadducees. Okay? What I mean fought as far as a spiritual battle. All right? To win the minds and souls of men back to Yahushua. And he had a hard time doing it because a lot of people saying, you though was killing the Israelites before, now you talking about some guy that you were persecuting. And he had a hard time dealing with that. Okay? Remember, Paul was like a bounty hunter, killing the Israelites. Okay? Go ahead.
I have finished my course.
So Paul said, I have finished my course. He had finished the job that the Most High gave him. Continue.
I have kept the faith.
He said, I have kept the faith. He kept the faith to the end. He didn't waver. Okay, continue.
Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness.
So what he said, henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness. Go ahead.
Which the other one, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them that also love his appearing.
See, and not to him only, but to also those of us now that's following the works that he did. We're going to receive that crown of righteousness. Go ahead.
Do thy diligence to come shortly unto me, for Demas hath forsaken me.
So one of the guys who used to roll with Paul, he forsook Paul. He went back into the world. All right, go ahead.
Having loved this present world.
See, because he loved the world. Go ahead.
And is departed unto Thessalonica, Crescens to Galatia, Titus unto Dalmatia. Only Luke is with me. Take Mark and bring him with thee, for he is profitable to me for the ministry.
All right. So you see that? Now, so I kind of like went away a little bit from my topic of my class, but this is all good. All right. So from there, like the topic of my class was the Most High said there's nothing hid that should not be revealed in the last days. So as I was saying, everything that this society has hid from us, as far as nationality, the truth, and all the hidden things is being revealed now. The Most High is revealing it. This foolishness that he got called today, I even want to call it in because it's going to take it off. The C-19, all this was a planned agenda. Okay? It was a planned agenda, and the Most High is revealing it to the world. Okay? It wasn't something that just happened. Everything that happens was planned. It was planned 20 years, 50 years, or 100 years. But it was planned in advance for when the appropriate time is right. Okay? And this was the appropriate time to bring out this C-19 and this new variant that they got running around here, what they call Omicron. Okay? How is it so convenient now that it came from Africa? In less than a week, it's in the United States. Yes.
On top of that, it's in the United States at both coasts where both places have you restricted unless you have
That juicy fruit.
Yes. Places.
Everything is planned, and the Most High is exposing them for what they're doing. Okay? And all of their plans that they have for our people and for the world, it's going to prosper to a certain degree, but the Most High is going to make it turn back against them. A lot of their plans is going to be thwarted and destroyed and turn against them. And we're going to read about that. Okay? So from there, let's go to the book of Colossians 1 and 26. Colossians 1:26.
Colossians chapter 1 and verse 26. Even the mystery which had been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints.
Right. So the Most High is going to manifest the mystery of the scriptures, and a lot of things that have been hid is going to be made manifest to his saints. The Most High is going to make it manifest. But to a lot of our people that's in the world, they're going to be caught up into it. Oh, why is the government doing these things to us? Why is China doing this to us? No, it's not China. China, America, England, Canada, and all the countries are working together. They're down with this agenda. Even in Jamaica, they're down with that agenda. Jamaica, they're pushing that thing hard in Jamaica, man. So it's an agenda they're all working with. And even in all the islands, they're working on this agenda. It's a playbook they all have to follow. And you seen the one with Boris from England, right? He was speaking and his mic was still on. Then when he got out the stage, he said, "Yeah, you think they're gonna fall for this foolishness? Wearing the mask for when now Christmas is around the corner." I got playback and show you. They caught him on the mic. Yes.
Just last week, they had the tree lighting in Manhattan. There was nobody with masks, no social distancing. It's like they just forgot about it for the sake of tree lighting.
I want to show you this and play this here. I was like, damn, boy, the Most High is really exposing them every day, man. I'll get it real quick. Let me show you right here.
Unvaccinated, that causes
Shh. Don't say that. Shh.
Right, okay, thanks very much, Fix. Till tomorrow. Bye. Cheers. Right, come on, chaps. Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah. God, I mean, honestly, didn't think they're actually going to buy all this crap yet again. Do you, for the second year in a row, conveniently timed around Christmas. I guess we'll find out tomorrow when we see them all wandering around face muscles, I guess. Well done, by the way, Chris, for putting on the scaries. You really are a scary dude when you get going.
Y'all heard what he said, right?
By the way,
Let me play back again. I missed it.
Thanks very much, Fix. Till tomorrow. Bye. Cheers. Right, come on, chaps. Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah. God, I mean, honestly, didn't think you're actually going to buy all this crap yet again. Do you? For the second year in a row, conveniently timed around Christmas.
See?
I guess we'll find out tomorrow when we see them all wandering around face muscles, I guess. Well done, by the way, Chris.
So what he said? He said, you think they're going to buy this crap conveniently around the time of Christmas? Let's see if they're going to wear the mask for the second year in a row. So the mic was still on when he was saying this. He didn't know the mic was on. But see how the Most High is exposing them? He's exposing them for all the BS that they're pushing out, the agenda that they have. And he was caught with the mic still on. He probably didn't even know that the mic was still on. It's one of these high-tech sensitive mic. I know they're probably saying, Boris, look what you just did. All right? But they don't care now. They don't care what they do because they know they're at the end of their rulership. And they're not going to hide nothing no more. Before they was hiding it, now they're going to tell you right to your face. All right? So let's move on. Let's go to Psalm 64. And we're going to read that whole chapter because that Psalm 64 chapter deals exactly what we're dealing with in this present time with the rulers and the elites of this world and the agenda and their plans and how they go about in doing it. Psalm 64. And we're going to start from the first verse.
Psalms chapter 64 and verse 1. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy.
So what he says, hear my voice, O Most High, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. All right. So David had enemies back then, and we have enemies today still. known and unknown enemies, secret enemies and well-known enemies. The secret enemies is the worst one. All right, go ahead.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
So he said, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. That secret counsel is an elite secret council amongst the world elites that runs the world governments, right? And they go under different various names. The CFR, the Bilderbergers, the DuPonts, the Rockefellers, the Trilateral Commission. They go under a lot of different names, man. Secret Council of the Wicked. Okay, these are the elite rulers that runs this earth, that set forth the agenda in the earth, the policies. Okay, go ahead.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
And that's all they do. They are workers of iniquity. Go ahead.
Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
And they shoot the words, even bitter words, by using the media. Okay, go to Psalm 62 and the third verse. I'm going to share right there. Psalm 62 and 3.
Psalm 62 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
How long will ye imagine mischief against a man? Ye shall be slain, all of you. As a bowing wall shall ye be, and as a tottering fence. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency.
See, and that's their job. They only consult to cast us down from our excellency. Go ahead.
They delight in lies.
See, and they delight in lies. That's all they do. They delight in lies every day. Go ahead.
They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly.
So what does that mean when it said they bless with their mouth, but inwardly they curse? What does that mean?
Speaking lies.
True. But when it said they bless with their mouth, right? But inwardly they curses. So in other words, they say, "Oh, God bless you," and you, "Oh, how you doing?" But inwardly they're cursing the hell out of you. May you drop dead. May your whole family be put to death. May the demons of hell torment you. So they speak with their words like, "Oh, like they're so righteous," but inwardly they're cursing you day and night. Okay, so they speak with a forked tongue. Okay, now go back to Psalm 64.
Verse 4. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
See, they do this in secret, in all of the secret counsel that they have. Go ahead.
Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
And they don't fear what they do. Now, especially now, they don't care if you know what their agenda is about, because you can't stop them. That's their whole mentality. So what if you know? You're not going to stop us? And they will tell you straight in your face. So what? You're going to take me to court? Are you going to have me arrested? They will make mockery of you. Go ahead.
They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily.
See, they commune of laying snares privately. They set traps in different places of the world. Okay, go ahead.
They say, who shall see them?
And that's what they say. Who's going to see what we're doing? Because they don't come out and do it outwardly. Somebody does the dirty work for them. All right? Whether they use your politicians, or they use entertainers, or they use your black leaders, all right? And they push them out to do the dirty work while you're in the background. So they're like what? The puppet masters. And your leaders are dangling on the puppet string, doing the dirty work for them. So when the finger is blamed or pointed at, it's not me. I have nothing to do with that. If you want to blame anybody, blame your leader. All right, go ahead.
They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Mm-hmm.
But Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow suddenly.
See, the Most High is going to shoot at them like an arrow suddenly. The Most High is going to get back at them. So they think the Most High is not going to get back at them. So they just do what the hell they want to do without fear of the Most High. Continue.
Suddenly they shall be wounded.
See, suddenly they shall be wounded. Their plans is going to be brought down. Go ahead.
So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
See, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Their own tongue amongst their own people is going to start to rat them out and expose them of what they've been doing, of their agenda. And that's what's been happening for the last 20 years now. Their own people have been exposing them. 9/11, okay, and all the things that have been happening, they're being exposed by their own people because their own people are being what? Oppressed by these draconian laws and things that they're doing to their own people. And you know, white America love their freedom. They believe in that. Don't tread on my freedom. You take away my rights to bear my guns, it's going to be a problem. And you know, once you take away the white man gun, that's a problem. You know, all hell is going to break loose because if he can't have his gun, ain't nobody going to have no peace because he believe in that. And that's in there what Constitution, the right to bear arms. And if you take away that right, boy, you're gonna see a hell of a revolution in this country if that happens. And that's what they're trying to do. But they're trying to do it carefully because if they come up and say, we're gonna take away your guns out of the Constitution, all hell is gonna break loose in this country. And the Most High tells you in the Apocrypha, they should not regard their kings or their leaders.
Right.
And it's gonna come to that point. They're not gonna regard their leaders or kings. Okay, not even the military. Yes.
And they get pressure because of all of these school shootings.
Right. And, yeah. And all these school shooting was planned too. You understand? All of these were planned. It was set up that way so it could eventually people say, do something about this. We're losing our children in schools. So when it's happening, then the presidents, the politicians have to make laws now to readjust the situation. Then it puts pressure on who? The NRA and other institution that makes guns. All right. So then they come up with an idea. Now we have to make a law. It has to be restricted because remember, they banned M16s, right? You can't go around with an M16. They put a ban on that. Before you could freely have an M16 or AR-15. Now there's certain restrictions on that. They're working their way slowly in to restrict all weapons. Okay. But like I said, it's going to be a big problem. Now look what they're trying to do. Now they're mandating everybody should be what? Jab, right? Yeah. And they're fighting the way to do it. Now they're saying that if you don't have the jab, you're gonna be charged with a surcharge. It's coming up, yeah, in Nevada. If you're not jabbed, you don't get that juicy fruit, you're gonna be charged with a surcharge monthly. So you know that's gonna put pressure on people. It's gonna cause people to uprise and rebel against the system. All right? Because not everybody's gonna go along for that juicy fruit jab. But some is gonna go out, but a lot is not gonna go for it. You even got Edomites are saying, yo, I'm not taking the jab. Okay, you had 100 nuclear scientists that said they're not taking the jab. So if you have 100 nuclear scientists that said they're not taking the jab, what is that showing you? They know something that the average person don't know. For a nuclear scientist to tell you they're not taking the jab, that means they know something. Okay, but the average person is gullible, is brainwashed, is a sheeple, don't care, don't have no knowledge, just follow anything that anybody just say. So they're acceptable to what? To the nonsense. But when you study and you research things, you don't fall victim to the foolishness. And that's the importance of knowledge. That's why the Most High said, seek ye out of the book of the Most High and read. All right. The Most High said, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of your times. All right. The more you increase in knowledge, the more you increase in understanding, and you have a better eyesight and vision of the things that's happening. Continue.
Psalm 64:8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, and all men shall fear, and shall declare the work of Yahweh, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in Yahweh, and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory.
Right, and all the upright in heart shall glory. All right? So those that trust in the Most High is going to glory in the things that the Most High have for us, all right? So, but I really want to stress the point that we have to be very sober and vigilant, all right? And watch and pray, all right? So that you don't be succumb to the devices of Satan, because Satan and his devices are very cunning and crafty. Remember the scripture said, Satan walks up and down like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. And he looks for the weak to prey upon and destroy. And you know, the majority of our people, they don't want no knowledge. Only thing they want is satisfaction. If I can't get what I want right now, I don't care about nothing else. There's two main things our people care about: money and acceptance, to be accepted by society. That's all they care about. But as far as having a moral obligation to the Most High, they don't care about that no more. Our people don't care about the Most High. All they care about is money and to be accepted in society. How well I'm liked and accepted. But that's not going to work. All right? So we as Hebrew Israelites, what's our main job and focus? Are we supposed to be distracted? Are we supposed to go back in the world and say, oh, man, this is going, all this is just going to pass away. Things is going to get better. No, things is not going to get better. From this point on, it's nothing but pure hell that's coming to this world. Okay? And all this crap that they have going on, it's not going to end until it's destroyed. Okay? Go to Micah, the second chapter. I want to show you something too, what they have planned. Micah, the second chapter, and also get Proverbs, the 4th chapter. Micah 2:1 and Proverbs, the 4th chapter and the 16th verse. But let's read Proverbs 4 first. Proverbs, the 4th chapter. 4 and 16.
Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall.
Everybody understand what that's saying? Read again, you sharp.
Proverbs 4 and 16. For they sleep not.
Who is the day he's talking about? Who said Israel? Yeah, maybe wicked Israelites. Yeah. Maybe wicked Israelites. All right. But it's talking about the wicked. All right. Because there's a wicked in the earth. All right. We know we have wicked Israelites, Negroes, niggas. All right. Grimy. They could be wicked too. Because the Most High said, we have surpassed the deeds of the wicked. Imagine that, man. How could we surpass the deeds of the wicked? Why does when the Most High said we surpass the deeds of the wicked, what does that mean? When he said we surpass the deeds of the wicked. Why? Because we were given the laws to know righteousness. And instead of applying the righteousness, we did more wicked than the wicked did. Okay? So the Most High said we have surpassed the deeds of the wicked. But there is a wicked, and there are wicked Israelites. The wicked is controlling and ruling this earth in pursuant to Job 9:24. So read that verse again.
Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall.
Right. So it says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief. They don't sleep. The wicked don't sleep unless they cause some kind of havoc or evil in the earth. Okay? And then it says, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. So until somebody is dead or destroyed, then they could sleep now. Yes, I have done enough mischief in the earth. I have caused this nation to collapse. I have caused them to become a third world nation. Now they're borrowing money from my IMF. Now they're in debt to me. Yes. Now Haiti, you're in my hands, Haiti. You'll never recover Haiti. All right? So that's what they do. Yes.
Can you use the precept with that for Psalms 36 and 4?
Read it. What it says. Read it.
He that deviseth mischief upon his bed, he seeth himself in the way that is not good.
Mhm.
He abhorreth not evil.
Right. That's it. And that goes right with Micah 2:1. We're gonna read that now. That goes right, fitting right with it. That's a piece for that too. Go to Micah 2:1. All right. So now remember too, scriptures is also 2:4 too. Remember, it first applies to us, then it applies to the wicked. Okay? Because remember, whenever you have a sword or anything, you first have to look at yourself first. Like Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror, you have to look at yourself first. All right? So we did evil and dirt in the past too. We was wicked as hell too. Some of our leaders amongst us. All right? They did dirt to our people too. Because remember, when Samuel was a judge and he had his sons, what did his sons do? Samuel had some sons. And instead of them being righteous sons, what did they do?
Dealing with the women and
Let's find and go to that, Michael. I think it's in 2 Samuel, First Samuel, I think around I think somewhere around here, the 8th or 6th chapter, somewhere around. Find for me, Yahweh. I'm going to share a touch on that. But Samuel was an upright man. And instead of his sons being upright, so that shows you sometimes too, that even when you have children, some might be upright and some will be wicked as hell. But his sons turned out to be wicked. And they was taking usury, bribe. They were pimps. They were doing what the preacher does in the church. Ha! Ha! Lord Jesus, come on this Sunday morning. Hallelujah. Ha! Brothers and sisters. Ha! And he in the back pimping the woman and robbing the people, man. Okay? Taking bribes, taking money on the low. Okay? Samuel's sons were doing the same thing. They became corrupt. All right? But let's read Micah, the 2nd chapter. You find it, what's up? You got it? Okay. So let's read Micah, the 2nd chapter and the 1st verse.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
See? Woe to them that devise iniquity, all right? And they work evil upon the beds. Okay? We did that too at one point when we was a nation. But who does this today now? The wicked elite rulers. Okay? They think about evil and they plan evil upon their beds. Okay? They plan their agendas years in advance. Then some reason, this is going to happen. This is going to happen in the near future, blah, blah, blah. But it was already planned. They're not prophetic people. They're demons. Okay? There's a difference between a prophetic person and being a demon dealing with witchcraft and sorcery. All right, continue.
When the morning is light, they practice it.
So when the morning is light, they practice it. So when it comes to pass, they practice it. Go ahead.
Because it is in the power of their hand.
Because it's in the power of their hands. They have the power to do it. Continue.
And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil.
Right. So Israel was doing that back in the past to our own people. But today now is speaking about the ruling elites that runs this earth. The bankers, okay, the elite rulers, the financial runners of this society, the big corporations, okay, the politicians. You want to know who so many elites that run this country? The senators. They're the forefront because the senators have the power to make laws, enforce laws. Congressmen are just like little puppets. I'm going to give you an example. How many black senators do you have in the United States since the inception of the United States? From the time black people got into politics to now, how many senators have there been? Only 2. Only 2, but they were congressmen. A senator has the power. He's the forefront man for the elites. He does the direct bidding for the elites to enact and enforce the laws. All right? You have a lot of black congressmen, but only 2 senators. Barack Obama was one of them, and it was somebody else. And that's why Barack Obama was able to become a president. You understand? You don't become a senator that easily. You have to be handpicked and chosen by the elites. Okay? And the majority of senators are white men that runs this country. Right? Then above that, you have what? The banking institutions. Okay? Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase Bank, Citibank. These are the big shot. Okay? Then you have the big oil companies. Okay? Exxon, Mobil, BP. All right? These boys run the big show. These boys sit down with the senators and talk business. Okay? Then you have the president of the United States. He is the vice president over the corporations that work for them. He takes orders from them. They tell him, listen, this is what we want. We want the oil to be distributed at a certain price. Then he said, okay, I'll do it. If he don't do it, what's going to happen? He's out the door. He's following rules. Okay? I'm going to read to you in a book here. It says, all your political leaders are chosen and handpicked. I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to show you right here. So a lot of people vote, but their vote is in vain, man. Give me 1 second. Let me show you right here. Page 221. Read it, see it for me, Shine.
This whole paragraph?
Yeah. And let them know the book
Mm-hmm.
and the name of the author.
Okay, the book is Conspirators Hierarchy, the Story of the Committee of 300 by Dr. John Coleman. Pages 222.
And this is an Edomite exposing them. Like the scripture said, their tongue shall fall upon them. He's exposing the government of the United States and Britain. It's ran in secrecy by the elite rulers. Go ahead.
Page 221, the first paragraph. There is not one single aspect of life in America that is not watched over.
See? Not one single aspect that is not watch over. Go ahead.
Steered in the right direction.
See? Steered in the right direction. Okay? Meaning it's controlled by these people. Go ahead.
Manipulated and controlled by the invisible government.
See? Manipulated and controlled by the invisible government, the unseen government. Okay, go ahead.
Of the Committee of 300.
Of the Committee of 300, which goes under the bankers, the oil companies, your politicians. Okay, go ahead.
There is not one elected official.
There's not one elected official. Not one. All of them. Okay, every last one of them. Well, I'm a Democrat. No, I'm a Republican. I'm an independent. You notice there's only 2 parties, right? Left and right.
Right.
The left wing, the right wing, and the bird has 2 wings. And it's being controlled by the same people. Go ahead.
Or political leader.
Or political leader.
That is not subject to its rule.
That's not subject to the rule of the Illuminati, the rulers. Go ahead.
No one thus far has got away with defying our secret rulers.
See, nobody has gone away thus far with defying the secret rulers. Here's more trick.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Do not hesitate to make a horrible example of anyone, including the President of the United States of America.
See that? Including the President of the United States. And when Kennedy got out of pocket, when Kennedy said, no, they said, boy, don't you know who put you in office? And they set up the whole scenario back in 1963.
Right.
They set the whole thing up using the CIA, the Secret Service, And they set the plot up so good, and they got it. They said, we're going to teach you a lesson. What did Kennedy do against his rulers? Anybody knows?
Integration.
Nah, they don't mind integration because they know that's going to destroy Negroes anyway. That's part of the plan. Negroes going to fall for that. They didn't mind that.
Got something to do with disposable drugs.
Go on and let more details. You getting warm. You getting real warm.
He spoke out against the government of how they're treating the blacks in America.
That's to a little degree. Yeah, that too. Yes.
He was going against the banker.
Right.
Going against.
Right. He was going against the bankers, and he was going to expose the CIA for their corruption. All right. And remember, when you go against the bankers, international bankers, to expose them, they will get rid of you. Because the Federal Reserve, that's not American owned. That's not owned by the American public.
That's right.
You don't know who they are.
That's right.
Okay. And he was exposing all of those things. And they said, no, sir. You're getting too big for your britches, Irish boy. And they set up the whole scenario in Dallas, Texas. And they used some simple boy. What's his name? Oswald. You see how they set their plans in motion? Everything is carefully set up. He was a lone shooter up in a building, up in a library, and he shot him with a outdated damn gun. And people believe that. You understand? But it's also another part in here. It tells you too. Let me see if I can find it. Where it tells you that none of your political leaders, all your political leaders. Let me find it real quick. And get back to that scenario with Kennedy. In 1 second. I had it marked off here. Okay, I'll find it, but read this part here on page 46. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Again, the book is Conspirators Hierarchy, the story of the Committee of 300 by Dr. John Coleman, page 46, paragraph 1, in the middle of the sentence. For the White House, the Committee of 300 has been able to plant its agents in key positions in government.
See? Plant their agents in key position in governments. Read that part again.
For the White House, the Committee of 300 has been able to plant its agents in key positions in government so that it matters not who gets the White House post.
See, it doesn't matter who gets in the White House, whether it's Republican or Democrat. And over the last, 50 years, the main two parties was either Democrat or Republicans. All right, go ahead.
For example, every one of the candidates who ran for the presidency from the time of Franklin D. Roosevelt were selected.
See, from the time of Franklin D. Roosevelt, that's from what? 1930 something. In the 1930s, late 1930s. From Franklin Delano Roosevelt, go ahead.
Some like to call it handpicked by the Council on Foreign Relations, acting on the instructions of the RIIA.
All right, that's the Royal Institution of International Affairs. All right, so all of your presidents were handpicked to do a certain job and to come forth with a certain agenda. Okay, so see how the Most High is exposing them, just like Obama. Yes.
And this is why your vote doesn't really matter.
It doesn't. It's in here too. It tells you here your vote really doesn't matter because all of your candidates are selected by them. They pick the leader. They select the politicians. You only elect. There's a difference between selecting and electing. So when you elect that person, who selected him to be in that position? You don't know who, but all of a sudden he's running for president, Senate, or for a board president or mayor. Now look at Cuomo. Did Cuomo really did what he did, according to them? No. They set Cuomo up. They set him up. Why did they set him up? Because Cuomo said it's illegal and it's unconstitutional to get the jab. They're not. And they said, what? They said, okay, sexual harassment. We're gonna fix you. You like women too? We're gonna fix you, boy. We're gonna fix you, Italian boy. And they fixed him good. Then he had to step down. They put the charge he was sexually harassing women. That's not the case. It's what he said. And they said, you got to go. You got to go. You can't put those things out unless we tell you to say. Just like the new mayor. He came up with the agenda saying his first 3 paychecks, he wants to get Bitcoins. That's not from his own free will speech. They told him to say that because that's the agenda that they moved into. It's called the digital currency system that they're bringing in. So they're trying to get you weaned in and fall into it. How's a nigga gonna tell you about he wants to get for his first 3 paychecks Bitcoins? Come on, man. We don't make Bitcoins. Okay? Just like we don't make gold. So where do we get the gold from? We get it from our enemy. They control the gold. The Africans don't control the gold, nor the diamonds. It's the elites that control and makes the diamond. So who's making the Bitcoin? Because I know that Bitcoin is made from some kind of alloy mineral. And some mining company is making that Bitcoin. I could guarantee you that. Ain't no Negro in no laboratory making those Bitcoin. Okay? A Negro make crack cocaine in a laboratory, but not Bitcoins. Okay? That's a fact. So somebody's making that Bitcoin in the big industrial mining company. And they're making a profit off of it. Okay? That was it, right, Sean? Okay, right. All right. But I'm going to find the one in here. It tells you that even all the public officials are selected by the rulers. And your vote doesn't matter. I mark it up. I can't find it where I put it, but it's in here. All right, but I'm gonna see if I find it. Get back to it. But when I read this, I knew that's obvious. It's obvious. All right. Some people that's far fetched. I don't believe that. How could that be? That's why I vote. My vote count, brother. My father and mother died. My grandparents died, so we could get. Give me a break, man. And they'll drill it in your head. Listen, people died. People died so you could have the right to vote. But if your right to vote means so much, why nothing hasn't changed? Okay? I live right around here, and there's a post office here. And this damn stinking post office is closed more times than it's open. So where's the people that vote? Where is their vote to go and tell the politicians you want the post office open? The damn post office closed more times than it's open. Every time you go there, it's closed. What the hell? It's closed. Then when you go there, they don't have stamps. So I said, listen. I told a woman, I was pissed. I said, listen, man, what kind of stamp you have there? Oh, I said, listen, give me some black stamps. Give me some Malcolm X. Oh, we don't have that. I said, what you got there? White stamp? I said, I don't want no fish, no white people on my stamp. Give me some black stamps. Oh, we only have that when Black History comes. I said, you see the crap? Yeah. So what the hell are you voting for? I don't want no white face on my stamp. You can't get no black stamps with no black face. You have to wait till Black History Month. That's bull crap. That's right. Then you get a stamp with a freaking American flag. I don't want no stamp with an American flag on it. All right? So I told my rep, I said, why do people vote? Where's the people in the black community that voting? Where is their black representative that represent them? Why is the post office closed? It should be open. Then when you go to the one down here on Broadway, it's full. Only 2 tellers in the line. You have to be waiting for a whole half an hour, 45 minutes. But you have elected officials that you vote for, and they're not dealing with your plight and your situation in your neighborhood. So to damn hell with voting. You understand? Even before I came to the truth, I never voted anyway. I didn't see the sense in it because I never liked politicians. I don't like politicians. There's only one that I've seen so far that I might, if I was in the world, give him a chance. And it was Councilman Barron. You know what? Because one day he came on a radio show and he broke down and explained where all the money in the city goes. And I've never heard that from a politician. And when he did that, I said, damn, even a 10-year-old could have understood what he did. He broke down where the money goes. He said the city could never run broke. He said the money goes to different allocations. And he broke that thing down from A to Z. I was impressed by that, man. I couldn't believe it. I've never heard a politician ever did that. And when he did that, I said, damn, if I was in the world, I might have given him my vote. But no politician ever did that, where all the money is allocated and where it goes in the system. And that's why he didn't get back to run as a councilman, because he broke that thing down. I couldn't believe it was on the radio when he did that, man. He broke the whole thing down and he explained it. I said, wow. And you know, that's the job of your political leaders, to let you know where the money is going. Because you put in money in the system, you vote for them, you pay taxes, but you don't get the benefits in your neighborhood for the money. So that's why I don't vote for no politician. I don't give a damn about them. They could drop dead for all I care. All right? So where was I? I went on a tangent, right? Oh, man. Wow. I went all over the place, right?
Micah 2 and 3.
Micah 2 and 3, right? Salakia. Sorry about that. Let me stick to the scriptures. But sometimes it's good to explain certain things. All right? Go ahead.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 3. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil.
See, so the Most High said, against this family do I devise an evil, all right, for what they've been doing. Because we did that in the past. Now today the elites are doing the same thing. Okay? And guess what? Back in Egypt, they did that same thing too. They devised evil against us. A lot of y'all think that the Egyptians were nice people. They weren't nice people, man. The Egyptians were some hateful slave masters, greedy, oppressive, okay? And to them, Hebrews were nothing more than what? Property, a commodity.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't just us either. Everybody else, because they even were the Ethiopians too,
Mhm.
and they had them as slaves.
Yeah.
Also. They didn't care.
And the white man practiced the same custom of the Egyptians. The Egyptians did the same thing to us, man. They didn't like us, man. And they were glad to have us as slaves to build up their economy. You know what? Slavery is a good thing because it builds your economy. Okay? And that's how they was able to get Egypt back on the map again, by having us as slaves. And why do you think America became so rich and successful? Because they had the children of Israel enslaved. Anybody that enslaves us becomes rich and prosperous. All right? Because we're the biggest commodity. We're more than gold. We're more than diamonds. Okay? Just our body ourselves by itself is more precious than gold. Okay? Because the Most High said, even the sons of Zion, the precious sons of Zion, have become as dim gold. The Most High compares to gold. Okay? So we are very precious commodity to all nations. Yes.
Is that why he told Abraham that I will bless them that bless you and curse them? Would that
Right.
work in there?
Yeah, because anybody that bless us, they will get a blessing. But anybody curse us, your behind is in trouble. And that's what's going to happen to this country. Once they co-sign to curse us and make mockery of us, their doom is coming. There's nothing they could do to put off their destruction. So if it's in their best interest, it's to treat us right and do right by us. That's the only thing they could do, is do good to us. Don't plan evil against us. Don't plan, like, as a matter of fact, they're not going to stop doing it. Because I'm going to tell you, man, it's amazing to see the chemicals that they put in our foods, man. The amount of chemicals that they put in our food, man. You will say, damn, I got to stop eating food. You understand? But that's why the Most High said, go to Ezekiel 4 and 13. That's why the Most High said we should eat our food defiled among the Gentiles. Everything that we eat is defiled and corrupt in this setup, man. You understand? Everything. Now, you might say plant your own food too, right? That's good. But where you going to get the seeds from? Where's the seeds coming from? They control the seeds. All right. What's this company? Monsanto. They have what you call a monopoly and control of the seeds and other biotech companies. All right. Bill Gates, that's not a devil too. He's buying up a lot of agricultural fields and property. Okay. Elon Musk and all these guys, these people know exactly what they're doing. All right. They hold a generous to control everything that you could be under the control of Satan. That's why the Most High has to deliver us out of this place. And that's why we know we don't have much time left. They have reached the apex of their wickedness, man. They even came up and said, no, that robots is producing babies. Imagine that. Robots. Nanotechnology, man. Okay? Ain't that something? Nanobots. Oh, no. Oh, don't take it off like YouTube. All right? But we have gone so far into, that's why the Most High said their wickedness. In Isaiah, Most High said that wickedness of Most High have he said that wickedness of I'm gonna get it, but read Ezekiel 4:13.
Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 13. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles.
See, it's not just talking about bread alone made from wheat. It's talking about our food in general. Our entire food is corrupted and defiled by these Gentiles. When they get their hands on it, they defile the food. Okay? Because when they get to the wheat, what do they do to the wheat? They bleach the wheat. When they get to the sugar, they bleach the sugar. When they get to the flour, they bleach the flour. When they get to the vanilla, they bleach the vanilla. Vanilla is a brown color, not white. Okay? They bleach everything. Why? Because it represents them. On bleach, on melanin. You notice most fruits that we eat has what? Pigment, melanin, bananas, apples, pears. It has melanin. It turns you see banana with spots? That's the best way to eat your banana with brown spots in it. Not one is green, yellow. Right. People buying green, yellow. That's not, no. You get to a monkey, it turns back at you. A monkey's not eating no green banana. He wants his banana yellow, brown spots on it. He will curse you, man. You understand? He'll throw that banana back at you, man. What the hell you doing? Okay, but we eat it. We say, oh, it's good banana. No, your banana is supposed to be yellow with brown spots on it. All right? So all of our foods that we eat is so corrupted, man, and defiled. There's no nutrients in the food. And he purposely did that to do what? To defile us. So read that verse again, Ezekiel 4:13.
Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 13. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles.
Mm-hmm. So the children of Israel shall eat defiled bread amongst the Gentiles. Go ahead.
Whither I will drive them.
Whither I will drive them. So wherever we are, in the islands, in America, in Africa, anywhere we are, we're eating our food defiled amongst the Gentiles. All right. So the Most High is exposing and showing you everything that they have hid is being revealed now. Okay. Lots of the food has in chemical. There's another thing too. When you see the word plant-based, a lot of it is really chemicals, man. Plant-based food. Some of it is not really plant-based food. It's nothing but chemicals in it. Okay. They're poisonous on all level. That's their mission and their job is to destroy us. I see what time is it? Almost 2 o'clock. I'm gonna give you a few more and I'm gonna end the class. All right. But that was it on that, right? Ezekiel 4:13, right? Something else what it was
Snow in Hawaii.
Yeah, it's snowing in Hawaii too. Ain't that something? Yeah, it's supposed to snow in Hawaii. It's at least up to 12 inches of snow, man. 12 inches of snow, man. That's more snow than something New York gets. All right, go to Isaiah. Let me show Isaiah. The Most High said that wickedness of Isaiah 40, Isaiah 46. Yeah, no. Isaiah 47. Isaiah 47 and start from the 9th verse.
Isaiah 47 and verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries.
See, sorcery is a big thing in this country. Sorcery is used 24/7 upon the minds of the people. Go ahead.
And for the great abundance of thine
enchantments. Okay, they definitely seeking and getting their prayers and answers from Satan. Go ahead.
For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee.
See what the Most High said? Your wisdom and your knowledge, it have perverted thee. Go ahead.
And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
And they have become perverted in their wisdom and knowledge, which is their technology. Right? They have gone so far now with their technology that you just said you could change a man into a woman and a woman into a man. That you could change the sexes of a man and a woman. Right? And that's also known as, could I say it? I can't say it. All right.
The devil, the Bible talk.
Yeah, but in Wisdom of Solomon 14:26, it's called changing of kind. All right. It's changing the kind of the sex of man and woman. All right. And that's the level that they have reached now. All right. Wisdom of Solomon 14:26. All right. But the term that's being used there is called TRANSUMANISM. If I say the word, they might take off this from YouTube. They're so touchy-feely now because the truth is coming out. So anything you say regarding their BS, they want to take you off. But the Most High is going to take you devils off.
Right.
So with that,
Man,
yes, sir.
let me add to that since you didn't want to say anything. I gotta
Yeah.
go Isaiah 29:16.
Yes, bring it out. Yes.
Says, surely your turning of things upside down.
That's right.
Shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
So they turn everything upside down to suit themselves. Go ahead.
For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
Yeah, they're trying to say the Most High, you don't know what you made, Most High. You're not perfect in what you did. Let me show you my science. I could do better than you. That's their mindset. Well, our technology could outdo what you have done. Okay? Their technology is good in some points, but it has been very destructive in other parts. Okay? So, the Most High said they have become perverted in their wisdom and knowledge. All right? So, with that, I'm going to end the class. And maybe some other time I'll continue on and bring out the facts I was showing you about the politicians. All right? And like I said, I'd like to give a shout out to all my Israelite brothers, all right? From GMS to HAR to H.O.D.C to Johanna UPK to Bishop Nathaniel IUIC, all right? My brothers Wi-Fi, Naquam, SOT, Yahweh Allah, my brother Shofar, big up Shofar, all right? And all the brothers in the Mashura, Yashua Allah, Yahweh's camp. And to all Israelites, man, I said, Kwam Yasharallah.
Cool, your show.
All right.